Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT News at 4.
Arctic cold temperatures continue across central and eastern Kentucky. Still some flakes into the eastern part of the state, but I'm tracking a bigger accumulation maker coming up by the end of the weekend.
Communities are taking steps now to make sure they're ready for the wintry weather. We'll head to Pulaski County to see what they're doing. And UK fans are dreaming of a 9th national championship, and it all starts tonight at Rupp. We have team coverage with Rob Bromley and KSR's Matt Jones live from Wildcat Central. Welcome to WKYT News at 4. I'm Jennifer Palumbo. Get ready. We could see our first significant snowfall of the season this weekend. There's no snow today. It's just really cold. You're looking live at Triangle Park and Rupp Arena, where fans will need to bundle up if they're headed to tonight's game. WKYT Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey has a first look at the forecast. Chris?
Yeah, it is a cold one, as you mentioned, Jennifer. At least, though, we're seeing some rays of sunshine out there, so we have that going for us. Still a few snowflakes across parts of southeastern Kentucky. Here's the live view from the station on Winchester Road. Still some clouds, but that little peek or two of the sun not doing a whole lot to warm us up. 30 degrees right now in Lexington. Thankfully, the winds have calmed down a little bit, but the high temperature for Lexington today is setting a record for this date. It is a record cold high temperature. The old record was 34 degrees. You got to go back to 1906. The high so far today has been 32 degrees in Lexington, and that is likely where we're going to top out at. The temperatures have now dropped a few degrees since the last hour, so we're down to 30. So this is the coldest high temperature ever recorded on this date in the city of Lexington. Temperatures across the board mainly right around 30 degrees, 28 the cold spot here into Danville. Thankfully, as I mentioned, those winds not as much of a factor right now into the bluegrass region, though those wind chills are still into the low 20s across parts of southeastern Kentucky. A couple of flakes of snow that continue to wander by our skyline from Morehead State University down 519 West Liberty Mountain Parkway corridor, but not a whole lot left now for the Lexington Metro, and that northwesterly wind flow will continue to give way to a partly cloudy sky. Arctic temps continue. Weekend snow chances, Jennifer, on the increase. When I come back in a little bit, I'm talking snow totals with the very early first call for snowfall in about 10 minutes.
And Chris, because of that talk, road crews are getting ready for the possibility of snow. In southern Kentucky, the District 8 office based in Somerset said preparations for the wintry weather actually began last month. WKYT's Phil Pendleton was there as crews put the final touches on trucks today. It's our top story at 4.
Pulaski County has several thousand miles of roadway alone, but the District 8 office based here oversees a 10-county area covering more than 5,000 miles of roadway. And they tell me they have about 18,000 tons of salt ready to go for those 10 counties. Pulaski is one of 10 counties in the District 8 service area. Its salt dome is full now with more than 1,800 tons of salt. I'm told that is enough for 4 snow events. They expect to fill it up several times before the winter is finished. All the trucks are now equipped with plows, and I was there as the final tune-ups were done.
Yeah, we're 100% full on our salt. You know, our dome is 100% full. We're topped off with our calcium. We're ready for the winter event to take place.
And road crews are keeping a close eye on the situation. They will continue to do that through the weekend and through all the winter. I'm told that when the snow does begin to fall and accumulate, they will work 12-hour shifts until all the roadways are clear. In Pulaski County, Phil Pendleton, WKYT.
State highway officials say their goal is to treat all routes within an 8-hour window. The 56th Lieutenant Governor of the Commonwealth of Kentucky was publicly sworn in today. Crit Llewellyn is taking over for former Lieutenant Governor Jerry Abramson. He announced last week he's taking a job in President Barack Obama's administration. Llewellyn was sworn in last night during a private event, and today's public ceremony took place at 2:30 this afternoon in the Capitol Rotunda. You'll hear from Crit Llewellyn coming up on WKYT News at 5. Tonight, the top-ranked Kentucky Wildcats begin their quest for a 9th national championship. Their first regular season game tips off at Rupp Arena in less than 4 hours with the Kaywood-Ledford Classic. Rob Bromley is live at Wildcat Central with more. Hi, Rob.
Well, Jennifer, it all gets started tonight, and it is exciting. The season opener, we're here at Wildcat Central. John Calipari beginning his 6th season. The Cats take on Grand Canyon. And to say it will be a busy start is an understatement. The Cats will play 6 games over the next 11 days. As you know, the talent on this team is through the roof. Cal says the players have prepared well.
They've been really good. We're doing a lot of stuff off the court together. You know, the leadership of the team has been good. The competitiveness has gotten, they're tough, but they're not nasty about it. They want to win, and they take great pride in it, but it's been good. I mean, it's going to be a season-long thing.
The game with Grand Canyon tips off tonight at 8 o'clock in Rupp. You can see it on the SEC network. Come down and see us here at Wildcat Central. You can get a collectible for tonight's game at the Kentucky Branded Store, which is right next to us here. And coming up, Jennifer, at 5 o'clock, I will have more. When will Cal really know what he has with this team? That's in the next hour. Jennifer, back to you.
Thank you, Rob. And this is a big weekend for Big Blue fans, from basketball to football. KSR's Matt Jones joins us live with what fans need to know, coming up at 4:25. We're working on a number of other stories for WKYT News starting at 4:30. Sam Dick is in the newsroom with a look at some of the news in progress. Hi, Sam.
Good afternoon, Jennifer. An inmate charged after a strange death at the Jessamine County Jail was back in court today. Michael Jones is charged with manslaughter, promoting contraband, and drug trafficking. Back in August, police say Jones soaked his underwear in liquid methadone while out of jail on a court-ordered furlough. They say Jones wore the underwear into the jail and then gave pieces of it to other inmates. Police say that inmate Corey McQuarrie died after ingesting the methadone. You'll hear what Jones has to say in court today on WKYT News at 4:30. Kentucky State Police want drivers in the Bluegrass to finish strong. They're asking everyone in the state to be more careful than usual for the rest of the year in hopes of cutting down on traffic deaths. Right now, the state is at its lowest highway death rate in nearly 50 years. You'll hear from a state trooper on what coming up on WKYT News at 4:30 on the most common causes of traffic deaths. And Lexington leaders approved a ban on electronic cigarettes in most indoor workplaces, including bars and restaurants. The Herald Leader reports the Urban County Council unanimously approved the measure last night. It takes effect immediately. Lexington becomes the 8th community in the state to approve such a ban on e-cigarettes. And that's a look at some of the news in progress on this Friday. Jennifer, back to you.
Thank you, Sam. Now to stories making headlines across the nation at 4. President Obama says he'll take action before the end of the year to address the broken immigration system. Administration officials say that could include a plan to stop the deportation of up to 5 million people here in the U.S. illegally. Craig Boswell is at the White House with details.
Linka Mendoza is fasting outside the White House. The undocumented mother of 3 says she's praying President Obama sticks to his promise to stop the deportation of millions like her. She says it's important for President Obama to act so she can stay with her family. Halfway around the world, the president once again said he's no longer willing to wait for Congress to pass immigration reform.
And it's way overdue, and we've been talking about it for 10 years now. And it's been consistently stalled.
But Republicans say the president going it alone will kill any chance for congressional action.
It's just unfortunate. We didn't have to start this way, and that's the president's decision.
The president could use his executive authority to shield as many as 5 million undocumented immigrants from deportation, including the parents and spouses of citizens and permanent residents. Republicans say all options are on the table to try and stop the president, even measures that could lead to another government shutdown.
Every administration needs this and needs that, needs all kinds of things. And, if he wants to go off on his own, there are things that he's just not going to get.
Allies in Congress are urging the president to wait until they pass a bill to keep the government running, but he will act before the end of the year. Craig Boswell, CBS News, the White House.
Administration officials say the earliest the president could act would be next week. More people are using prepaid debit cards instead of checking accounts. How to make sure your cash doesn't end up in the wrong hands next in WKYT Money Watch. And Facebook making another move to protect users' privacy. We'll tell you how the new policy works.
Follow WKYT online at WKYT.com. Join the conversation on Twitter and become a part of the WKYT Facebook family.
Wall Street ends the week with mixed results. The Dow dropped 18 points today to close at 17,635, while the Nasdaq picked up 8 and the S&P was up a fraction. There could soon be new protections for prepaid debit cards. The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau is proposing new rules for the cards. They would give card users many of the same safeguards they get with a credit card. That means protection for lost cards and clear fees and terms. The agency will begin crafting a final version of the rules after gathering public input. Facebook is trying to simplify its privacy policy again. Yesterday, the social network introduced a tool called Privacy Basics, a set of animated, interactive guides designed to show users how to control what they share on the site and how that information is used. The new, shorter policy is in response to critics who said the old one was too complicated. Twitter just got junked. Standard & Poor's rated the social media company's debt as junk, meaning it doubts Twitter's ability to repay its debts. Twitter is investing aggressively and still doesn't consistently make money. Stock in the company has been really volatile, dropping by 37% since the start of the year. This weekend's game between the University of Georgia and Auburn has even more at stake now. Waffle House has promised free breakfast for the entire town of either Athens, Georgia or Auburn, Alabama, depending on who wins the game tomorrow. Customers will receive a free waffle, order of hash browns, and coffee if their team wins. In addition to free breakfast, Waffle House is also donating $15,000 to the winning school's General Scholarship Fund.
I'm Deanne Stevens, out and about at the Lexington Opera House preparing for tonight's production of Elf. We'll have a little preview for you when we return here on WKYT.
Very, very cold start to the weekend, and before it's over, it may try to turn white for some folks across central and eastern Kentucky. We'll track the latest on the snowfall and have that first call just ahead.
Good afternoon, guys, from the Lexington Opera House. We're just, under 4 hours now away from the production of Elf. Elf is coming to life, taking stage here, right here at the Lexington Opera House. We have Ben Friedman with us. He is a production stage manager. And you guys, you started loading in at what, like 6 o'clock this morning?
6:30 this morning.
So it's been a long day, I would say, but prepared for a big production tonight.
Yes, we can't wait to have the audience with us.
What is Elf all about for maybe those parents or kiddos that have never seen it?
Elf is the story of a little boy who's mistakenly brought back to the North Pole and raised as an elf. And of course, he discovers that he's a human being. And when he discovers that, he goes to find his human father in New York City. And that brings him to, of course, New York City, which is quite a ways from the North Pole. And it's all about his adjustment to his new family, his new location. It's a great story along the way.
It is a great story. It is a fun story. It's a great holiday. It just kind of gets you in the Christmas mood, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. We have one number in the show called Sparkle, Jolly, Twinkle, Jingly. It's all about the Christmas spirit. It's a lot of fun.
Say that again. Sparkly. It reminds me of Chris Bailey. What is it?
Sparkle, Jolly, Twinkle, Jingly.
We're going to see if he can do his weather with a little sparkly, jolly, twinkly, jingly. Okay, so showtime is 8 o'clock tonight. A few tickets, I understand, are still available for this weekend. One show tonight and then 2 tomorrow?
Yes, 2 tomorrow and 2 Sunday as well.
Okay, and you can get those tickets at LexingtonOperaHouse.com or 233-3535. I am so excited about Elf about to take the stage here at the Lexington Opera House tonight. I'm Deanne Stevens, out and about. Back to you guys.
That'll be a lot of fun. Thanks, Deanne. And it's a big weekend for Big Blue fans. Tomorrow, the UK football team hopes to do something it hasn't done in 30 years, win in Neyland Stadium. And tonight, the regular season begins in Rupp for John Calipari's Cats. KSR's Matt Jones is live from Wildcat Central next on WKYT News at 4. In this countdown to game time, Coach Cal's Cats open the season tonight, and Mark Stoops' Troops take on Tennessee tomorrow. The UK football team is in Knoxville, hoping to get win number 6 and become eligible for a bowl game. And the top-ranked men's basketball team hosts Grand Canyon in Rupp Arena. Matt Jones joins us live from Wildcat Central in downtown Lexington. And Matt, with so much hype and excitement about this season, what are you hoping to see from these 3 games in the next 5 days?
Well, it's going to be interesting. 3 games in the next 5 days. Initially, I want to see how they play with the platoon system. Will John Calipari stick with it? My guess is he will, certainly in these first 2 games. Grand Canyon's a team with some height. They got some big guys. They should be able to play Kentucky better than Georgetown and Pikeville did. Buffalo should be no problem. And then, of course, Kansas Tuesday, a big test. I would argue Kansas might be one of the 2 or 3 toughest games they play all year, and they're doing it coming right out of the box.
What's your prediction for the Kansas game?
Say that again.
What is your prediction for the Kansas game? Do you think Kentucky's going to win that?
For Kansas, I think the Cats are going to win. I'll be interesting. What's more interesting to me than whether or not they win is will Calipari stick with playing 10 guys? That's going to be a close game. It's the first time this team will have gone on a road at all. So I'll be really interested to see, does he stick with that, or does he go with a core group of 7 or 8? He says he won't, but Jennifer, you and I know that guy, he loves to win. He says he would take a loss, but I'm not sure if I totally believe him.
Tonight's game, an 8 o'clock start. You can watch it on the SEC Network. Then Sunday, it's Buffalo for a noon game on ESPNU. And, of course, Kansas Tuesday night. Now, to next year's team and 2 talented recruits who say they are coming to Kentucky. Matt, what do we need to know about these 2 guys?
Well, you need to know that they're 2 of the top 10 players in the country, Scal Labissiere and then Isaiah Briscoe. John Calipari is amazing when it comes to recruiting. I thought these 2 guys were guys that 2 or 3 weeks ago looked like they were going elsewhere. But Calipari decided he wanted to get 2 commitments in the fall, and Isaiah Briscoe's the #1 point guard in America. He's 6'4", he can get to the basket. He's a great talent, and Scal may end up being the best big man in the country. Now, his last name's hard to pronounce. I don't speak a lot of French, so I never can say it correct. But I will say this, wait till you see how athletic this kid is. When he gets on campus, he's not Anthony Davis, but he plays like Anthony Davis. People are going to be really impressed.
All right, Matt, football. The Cats in Knoxville getting ready to take on the Tennessee Vols. They haven't won at Neyland Stadium since 1984. Are they going to get their 6th win tomorrow?
Kentucky at Neyland Stadium's a lot like me with this earpiece. It's not very successful generally, but I do think Kentucky has a shot against Tennessee. The thing about this Tennessee team, it's a lot like Kentucky. They're very young. They're playing a lot of new guys. They seem to have found their new quarterback. If this game was in Commonwealth Stadium, I think Kentucky wins because I think the 2 teams are very similar. But on the road, I think it's going to be difficult. I'm afraid Tennessee wins by a touchdown.
It's a 4 o'clock kickoff on the SEC Network tomorrow. Matt Jones, thanks so much joining us live today from Wildcat Central.
Thanks a lot. I appreciate it.
All right, the news is just getting started. WKYT News at 4:30.